going on? Boo. Saturday and your favorite man in black. I'm Mike. This is Con Zero. Welcome back, or welcome to it. If you're finding this for the first time, thanks for stopping by. Hope I can provide a little temporary entertainment, at least in one form or another. But give me a break. I'm new. Anyways, so we find ourselves back here again. And like I said, thanks for joining me. I'm trying to clear something on my computer real quick so that I can get to this. Today is Saturday, November 20th. The 20th of November. I cannot believe how fast this month cruised by. I mean, seriously. This month went by so fast. I'm so unaccustomed to these big sweeping, like, I'm just gaps of time. They're just, when you're young, the seconds are hours. The seconds are hours. When you're 15, 14, 13, 12, 16, 17, 18, the seconds are hours. And then as you start to get older, man, just the fucking time just gets ate up. You think back to yourself, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Okay, I'm in my 40s now. When I was in my 20s, I'd be up and out of the house by 5:30 in the morning to work. Okay, and I was done usually by 3:30, 4 in the afternoon, depending on what the job was and what I was doing where I was at. But still, I managed to come home. I did the laundry. I worked on a small project at home or something. And I cooked my dinner and I watched TV and I was watching movies. I was going out on dates. I couldn't. The thought of doing all that now, I'm just like, fucking forget about it. It's impossible. It's an impossibility. As you get older, the time moves so much faster. It's not even fucking funny. And a lot of it has to do with being able to even do anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, sure, I can do that. And then you start doing a project, especially when you get older. You haven't done something in a long time, right? But in your mind's eye, it hasn't been that long. Sure, man, there's a bunch of wood back here I need to cut up for the pile. No problem. You don't think to yourself, it's been 15 years since you swung an axe. You think you could still fucking swing that thing like you could when you were a young man? Let me tell you, after about 7 or 8 chops at that wood, if you haven't done it in a few years, your shoulders, your ball joints in your shoulders are going to start to fucking burn. And then your shoulders themselves are going to just be on fire. And then that axe is going to go from being 5 pounds to being 6,000 pounds. And every swing is just like, oh, God. It's because a lot of us, including myself, in some aspects have gotten fucking soft. It's it's so sad. Anyways, I don't want to bore you with what it's like getting old. If you're a young man or woman watching this, just hold on to that fucking youth as long as you can. Don't be an adult adolescent. That's no good. But don't rush age. You want to get into a family when you're in your 20s? That's awesome. Get into your family, start your family, do your thing. Because by the time you're in your 30s, and then your kids will be in double digits age. So it's not going to fuck you up as bad. But when you're like 30 years old and you're trying to have a kid for the first time, and then like by the time they're 6, you're 36, and oh God. Or worse, you're 33, 34 having your first kid. And by the time they're 6, you're 40. I couldn't be 40 with a 6-year-old. My best friend's got 3 young daughters, and he's 50. And when I say young, I don't know how old the youngest one is, but she's just a little sweetie pie, man. She's just a little peanut. She's not that old. I think she might be maybe 6, if that. And I think his oldest is 13 or 14 going on 22. God bless him and his soul. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a man of having daughters. I just couldn't. There's no way. There's no way. I would train them all to be assassins. They would never go to school. They would never do their whole lives. They would be trained to be murderers. I'd have my own little army of assassins, my daughters. Killers. All of them. Not just heartbreakers, life takers. Anyways, fuck. For fuck's sakes, man. Get to whatever you're going to talk about already. You take too long, everybody. So you take too long. The reason I take too long is because really what I'm going to talk about isn't even that fucking important. But it is a fucking eye-opening, man. Just eye-opening. Of course, we're going to talk about my favorite thing. Tweets from retarded people, basically. Okay, these people are they're mentally ill. They don't understand the world they live in, or they do, and they're just trying to create some kind of an issue. Or I mean, I don't even know exactly what to think of most of this stuff. So, as you know, yesterday, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all charges. There's no surprise there from anybody that's got a fucking quarter of a brain and a good pair of eyes that could see what happened, and knows that the odds of firing a weapon off the amount of times that he did and striking the 3 individuals with the police records that he did is an impossibility. So that just goes to tell you what this horde of people were consisted of. And of course, that doesn't mean all of them. You know, I'm sure there's even people there that think that, hey, what we're doing is the right thing because they're fucking stupid. You know, and they were protesting violence against a guy that got shot in the back because he was trying to fucking stab a cop with a knife. Let me tell you what, you try to stab me with a knife, I'm shoot you in the back, the front, the head, the face, the feet, the hands. I don't give a fuck. You ain't stabbing me. And if you do, you'll be dead anyways real soon. You'll bleed out, trust me. You might get me, but I'll get you. That's for sure. I'll get you and everybody you're with. You know? This guy was fucked up. And Jacob Blake, I mean, I think I'm not making an excuse for the guy's a piece of trash. But I think he genuinely regrets going for the knife because he knows he created his own problem. He knows that. Look at that interview that he did. You know? He doesn't come right out and say it, but you can see it all over his face. Smug fuck. Teach you to go. That guy was trying to kidnap a woman. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to kidnap a woman and fucking keep her and her kid, I believe, as well. That's incredible to me. I just can't believe that would even occur. You know, to me, it's just it's beyond the pale behavior, and the fact that there was any kind of dispute about why the cops were there, and people don't know. It's like, dude, are you fucking sick in the head? Seriously, come on, stop with the bullshit. The guy was trash. He was trying to kidnap a woman and her kid. They had an order against him, a court order for him to stay away. But people had to protest him being shot. You guys are brilliant. I swear you're brilliant. You're doing wonders for the community. It makes you look so great. So here we are. We find ourselves again on Breitbart. And the reason I show Breitbart a lot is because, to be quite honest with you, they seem the most honest about reporting just the facts. I don't always like what they report. I don't always like the spin they put on it and stuff, and they do because everybody puts a spin on things. But at least the facts are all there for you to decide yourself. When you go to like CNN.com, MSNBC.com, NBC, ABC, CBS, name a myriad of others, The Atlantic, Wall Street, or even Wall Street Journal at times, Washington Post, New York Times, LA Times. You can just sit here and go over every media source that you want, including like the Cat Lady blog and these other like really just like Salon, and these fucking places are jokes, right? But you can go there and you just see that a lot of it's just opinion. And that's not to mean that that they don't put out a real story that's got real good credibility every now and again. But if you look, for the most part, it's really not. None of it's really honest and truthful, right? So, anyways, that's why I watch Breitbart. We're here, Breitbart.com. Check it out if you want to. Leftists suffer social media meltdown over Kyle Rittenhouse not guilty verdict. And one of the things that, if you watch this trial, man, you knew that this was going to be bad. Jesus, who is she? Ay, ay, ay. Look at old Ben Stein looking at her from giving her the side eye. Ben Stein's like, you see them titties? Jeez Louise. Unforgivable. This act ended her career. Who is that supposed to be? I don't know who that is, but she fine as a mug. God, those are pillows. Look at those pillows. All right. I got fucking distracted by Wonder Boobs. You see how easy I am to distract? I mean, that's why I can never be put in a place of power, because somebody could just roll a great set of tits in the office. I'd be fucking done. I'd be like, yeah, sure, sign whatever you want. Lost in Titland. Titland, my friends, Titland. Uh-oh. Here, I just saw the first name roll. I haven't, by the way, I have not read these. I saw the article. I'm like, let's do a video. let's look at these fucking nutcases, what they're saying today. And I just saw the first name on the list was Bill fucking de Blasio. Listen, I'm all for chiefing down a big fat fucking joint every now and again. Go for it. It's your world, live in it. All right? I don't drink. I don't do anything like that. You want to smoke a little bit of weed? Go for it. It comes from the earth. It goes back to the earth. All right? But Bill de Blasio needs to put the fucking bong down for a moment, because this guy's an idiot. He's not just killing brain cells. He's like killing brain cells in advance. He's like, I'm not even getting high yet. Just hang on. Bill de Blasio. Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum are victims. No, they're not. They should be alive today. The only reason they're not is because a violent, dangerous man chose to take a gun across state lines and start shooting people. To call this a miscarriage of justice is an understatement. Well, first of all, fucking smooth brain, 9-foot-tall retard. Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum were not victims. They were assailants. Okay? They were assailants. Kyle Rittenhouse was the victim. They were pursuing him. They were hunting him. Had he not had that rifle, he might be dead. We've seen them savage people before. Look what they did to the fucking business owner in, what was it, Dallas? When they were having the riots there, they beat that fucking guy to death on TV. Like savage fucking animals. Seriously, watch the video. It's disturbing. He just lays there lifeless, bent, broken. You don't have to be that person. You never have to be that person. And let me tell you what, if you are going to be that person, defend yourself to the max. I always tell people, listen, if I was in a situation like that, I would hope to never be in a situation like that. But if I was in a situation where it was riotous and they were attacking me, like viciously, like they were attacking some of these other people, like the dude that got fucking beat up in Oregon where they were kicking him in the head, it was on live TV. They're stopping this guy in Dallas. It's on live TV. They fucking killed Officer Dorn. Live TV, the guy takes his last breaths for his fucking family to see. I always say, if that kind of situation ever happens to me, have you ever seen the end scene of the movie Fury, where it's the tank in the middle and it's just ring after ring of German bodies everywhere? That's what it's going to look like if you come for me. You may get me in the end. I'm only one man. You're going to pay the fucking price for certain. Don't ever be a victim of anything. And this idiot, Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum, were not victims. They were assailants. They were assailants that got dealt with the way that you are absolutely allowed to deal with assailants. That's why Kyle Rittenhouse is free. The only reason they're not alive is because a violent, dangerous man chose to take a gun across state lines and start shooting people. Wrong again, Bill fuckface. Wrong again. First of all, he didn't take a gun across state lines. The gun was already across state lines. He wasn't a violent or dangerous man. He was actually a community-loving, patriotic American boy, young man, if you will, 17, just before becoming an illegal man, or just before becoming a legal man, please, excuse me. And he didn't just start fucking randomly shooting people. He defended himself from people who were attacking him. But I guess if you're like that fat fuck on the prosecution, Everybody takes a beating every now and again. Listen, just because you were a fat, dopey pussy that probably got his man boobs played with in fucking school by some fucking asshole. And listen, those people were assholes. They tried that shit with me once. When I was in 7th grade, some dude came up and tried to give me a titty twister. Just once. I had a brother that was 4 years older than me. He'd been punching me in the face since I was 6 years old. With no hesitation. He didn't pull his punches with me. And I'm thankful for that. Because by the time I was 13 years old and that dude tried to do that to me, I fucking headbutted him so hard I almost shoved his nose through the back of his fucking head. You don't touch me that way. I don't take a fucking beating that I don't dish out back. That's not to say that I've never had my ass kicked. Of course I have. Of course I have. That's the game I played when I was younger. I was into violence and I was into fighting and physical fights, no weapons. I mean, I can't say that they've never been involved in fights that I've been involved in, but for the most part, it was all fists. That's why my hands are all fucked up. Right? But I lived that life of violence because I was addicted to it in a lot of ways. The excitement of it. And I paid that price. Nobody gets in and out for free. You understand? If you're going to fight, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get beat up. And you take your fucking lumps. But you don't have to be a pussy. And you don't have to, everybody takes a beating every now and again. Go fuck yourself. The only people that take beatings are pussies. You can take an ass whooping, but you dole it out in return. Unless you're just so outmatched you can't do anything. Then you have to take a beating. But that's not taking a beating. That's being attacked by a group of people. There's nothing you can do. So either have an equalizer on you or deal with it. Kyle Rittenhouse had an equalizer. Period. Bishop Talbot Swan. Racist man, racist man. Have you ever heard this guy talk? Oh my God, he's such a fucking racist. Kyle Rittenhouse is still a murderer. May karma visit him swiftly. Actually, no, he's not a murderer. He's a man who defended himself, which is perfectly legal. Thanks. Welcome to America. Thank you. There she is again with the big titties on the seat. They're trying to fuck me up. You see her? Look right next to me. Look right next to me. Look. Look at those tits. Holy cow. How can I do this video when I'm just fucking like... She's a good-looking woman, too. Look at those tits. Jesus Christ. To New York Attorney General James. This makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside when you see the Attorney General for the fucking state of New York say this. This is a dark day for our justice system. This is a perfect day for the justice system. It worked. It worked. They took demonstrable evidence, a jury of his peers. They made a brave and courageous decision to follow the law despite what the fallout may be. We had the threats. They got news people trying to follow them and dox them where they live, who they are, who their kids are, where they work. And these people still return the right fucking verdict. This is not a dark day for a justice system. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. As a lawyer, I respect jury verdicts. No, you don't. You just said that this was a dark day for the justice system. If you respect the jury verdict, then you respect the system and you respect the way that it works. The problem is that you're not really a lawyer. You're just another one in the Democrat machines, anybody's dog for a bone, piece of garbage trash who will sell whatever thing is popular at this moment. Ideologue is what you are. You're part of a cult. You cannot say this is a dark day for our justice system and then say, as a lawyer, I respect our jury verdicts. But, hey man, I really like you. I think you're a great guy. Everything you do is really amazing. You've been so nice to me and so nice to my family. You've provided all this stuff for me and with employment and everything. But, you know the old saying, everything you say before but means absolutely fuck all. It's fluff. to make motherfuckers feel better about themselves before you're about ready to fucking tell them the cold, hard truth of what they can't fucking handle. Or, in some cases, they use the butt as a lever to fucking throw their fucking ideology on top of their shoulder and walk it up the plank. Now, listen to this. But yet, this is another reminder that our systems needs to be uprooted and reformed. You're the Attorney General of the fucking state of New York. What the fuck are you talking about? You either respect the law or you don't. You say you respect jury verdicts, but you say it's a dark day for our justice system. You're like, as a lawyer, it's yet another reminder. What was the first thing that made you do it? Like, what's it a reminder from? Right? Well, what is it a reminder of? Let me guess, you're going to say some real stupid shit, right? Because that's what you fucking idiots do. What is it with black radicals in government? What is it about it? I'm blown away by it. This is the representatives the black community chooses to send to government. You got to vote for her. She's black. Quick. If you don't vote for her, she's black. You're a fucking bigot. Representative Jerry, I just shit my pants, Nadler. Jerry, we all watched you do the sidestep shuffle with the clinch. What happened was you went to, your little sphincter doesn't work anymore because you're old and you're a little bit incontinent. So what happens is your incontinence made you, you thought you were going to like puff out a little fucking SBD and you leaked into your drawers. We all watched you clinch. We all watched you start to do the sidestep shit shuffle. You know why we know? Because we've all done it. But you did it on national TV. Actually, international TV. This heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice and sets a dangerous precedent, which justifies federal review by DOJ. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines looking for trouble while people engaging in First Amendment protected protests. Holy shit, Batman. Let's see. Heartbreaking verdict, maybe for you and your little cult. Miscarriage of justice. Actually, it was an exact carriage of justice. It wasn't a miscarriage of justice. This is an example of justice working exactly the way it was intended to. Exactly the way it was intended to. It doesn't set a dangerous precedent because it worked the way it was intended to, you fucking mook. Which justifies federal law review by the DOJ, which basically translates to, we're going to try to now figure a way to try Kyle Rittenhouse on federal charges. Good fucking luck, Chuck. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines looking for trouble while people engaged in First Amendment protected protests. First of all, he didn't cross any state lines while he was armed. Okay? You're just trying to frame it this way to change laws. You know that. We all know. We see what you're up to. You guys are fucking stupid. All right? We see what you're doing. He didn't cross any state lines. He wasn't armed when he didn't cross these state lines armed. He didn't bring any gun. And even if he did, it doesn't matter. It's not against the fucking law. So enough with the bullshit. I live in Florida. If I want to go to Indiana and go fucking deer hunting, guess what? I can put my rifle in my truck, drive to Indiana, and fucking go deer hunting. Not that I would. I'm not a deer hunter, but I'm saying there's no law that says I can't. The only thing that I have to do is have my deer tags. That's it. And my hunting license in that state. That's it. I do believe I can hunt on somebody else's license as well. So it doesn't fucking matter. The whole thing is bullshit. And let me tell you what, he wasn't looking for trouble. He was trying to stop trouble. And the people weren't engaged in a First Amendment protected protest. They were rioting and burning shit down. A First Amendment protest is nonviolent, non-confrontational, non-destructive protests. It is not beating cars with bats and setting things on fire and breaking in and looting and fucking trying to kill people by smashing them in the head with skateboards or pointing loaded guns in their faces. This is a fucking joke, dude. This guy's a joke. Let's see what Representative Jason Crow, a justice system can't fail if it was never meant to deliver justice for some people in the first place. What does that mean? Today's verdict is a travesty. We have to do better. What are you talking about? My thoughts are with the family of the victims and the communities who are hurting. You deserve reform. Jason, do you understand that you are defending a pedophile, a fucking wife abuser or domestic abuser, and a man who just got released from prison for punching his grandmother in the face? These were not victims. They were assailants. Not victims. And I know it hurts your cult, but geez. Dude, it's like they all have the same, listen, this is a horrible decision and miscarriage of justice. It sends a horrible message to those who are exercising their First Amendment rights. It is clear the decks were stacked against the truth in this case, but I remain fully persuaded the truth will ultimately prevail. Hey, Bobby Rush, Representative Bobby Rush, you're a fucking moron. You should be fucking serving fries with that. You understand? Bernie G. Thompson, another fucking racist. No justice. No justice? How do you figure? Oh, there she is again. Oh, God, with her big, fat fucking tits. Oh, yeah. Robert Reich, who I've commented on before, one of the most pernicious fucking scumbags in the Washington, D.C. area. White supremacist violence is surging in America. This should horrify everyone. What are you talking about? I grew up in the punk rock, metal, fucking hardcore scene. There were actually Nazi fucking skinheads there. Famously, the H-Town skinheads. Okay? Orlando Hammer skinheads. These were not fucking British-style skinheads that were into ska and kind of mod music. These were fucking Nazi skinheads. There wasn't many of them. Are there Klan members still in the United States? Sure. Are there racists still in the United States? Sure. Absolutely. I see them on MSNBC almost every night. Every night. I mean, look at Joy Reid. They got a racist with them. MSNBC has an anchor that's a fucking racist. That's because racism's alive in America. You know I can't get enough of that fucking water. It's so good for you. Drink as much as you can a day, every day. Drink it till you're sick on it. It's so good for you, you have no idea. Robert Reich, man. Robert Reich. White supremacist violence is surging. Roxane Gay. I knew Rittenhouse would be acquitted, but it is gutting to witness the inevitable. To know there will be no consequences for the judge, and to know Rittenhouse and others like him will be more emboldened to be openly white supremacist vigilantes. It's hollowing. It's hollowing. You realize you're a fucking idiot, right? First of all, there's no consequences for the judge. What the fuck did the judge do? He presided over a case. He did his fucking job. What? Explain to me exactly why there should be consequences for the judge. Roxane Gay? You fucking smooth brain? Should we just wait for you to do it? This was one of those fucking empty platitudes, and then today we've forgotten about it and we're on to the next fucking bullshit. That's what I think it is. Also, I'll mention fucking Rittenhouse and other likes would be more emboldened to be openly white supremacist vigilantes. Well, boy, you're going to get sued because he's not a white supremacist, and there's nothing that indicated any kind of white supremacy. In fact, he shot 3 white people. I don't know. And one of the white people he shot was running around saying, shoot me, nigger, N-word, N-word, N-word. This is what he was saying. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just repeating what he was saying that was broadcast on live TV. Okay? So stop. That was more racist than anything that Rittenhouse did. If somebody charges me and tries to take my gun, they're going to get a bullet too. I'm sorry. It's just the way it works. Oh, God. Representative Andy 11, gravely disappointed but not surprised by the Rittenhouse verdict. Lack of common sense gun laws and systemic racism infused in the judicial proceedings allowed him to kill 2 innocent people as they protested peacefully for black lives. Now he gets to walk free. No, they weren't protesting. They were burning a city down because a black guy who was shot justifiably by the police, tried to take a knife out and kill the cops when they came to try to stop him from abducting a woman and a child that had a protective order against him. And I know that sounds like a lot to try to fucking wrap around your head. Jesus Christ, it's hard enough to say. But think about that for a second. All right? Think about what this fucking Representative Andy Levin just said. They were peacefully protesting for black lives. No, they weren't. It was black life, number one, not black lives. Number two, they were burning the place down. They were fucking looting it, and they were destroying property left, right, and center. And I'm not talking about just cars and buildings. Look at the shit they did. They ruined the parks there. They pushed down all the lamppost fixtures. They ripped all the fucking benches up. They burned down the fucking bus stops. Taxpayer-funded shit. How is that peacefully protesting for black lives? Answer me that, Andy Levin, you fucking mook. You people say the dumbest shit because you're fucking idiots. You're idiots. Your kids are probably idiots. Your parents were probably real fucking idiots. And somehow the people that voted for you guys, they're even dumber than you, which is fucking astounding. It really, really is. It really, really is. You're a representative. And this is what your takeaway was? Did you even pay attention to the trial at all? Do you know anything about it? Because it sounds like you're commenting on something that didn't happen. Something completely fucking different. Oh, Arthur Kaplan, American gun policy, period. We're about to get lectured on American gun policy, everybody. Fucking hold on to your seats because Arthur Kaplan is going to explain to us exactly what he thinks and how everything should be according to Arthur fucking Kaplan. Arm everyone, including lunatics, abusers, and untrained people with automatic weapons. Then permit them to shoot and kill anyone who makes them anxious. And make sure to cloak this nonsense under the banner of a well-regulated militia. I did not know how ridiculous that tweet was until I actually got halfway through reading it. I agree. Arm everyone. Go for it. Go for it. And we're not cloaking anything under the banner of a well-regulated militia. All right? The Second Amendment is the right to protect yourself. It's not the right to fucking keep guns for hunting deers or food. All right? This whole idea where they they were talking about muskets. No, they weren't. These were some of the most intelligent human beings on the face of the planet at the time. Most well-read, well-thought. I mean, just look at the people who were involved. Look at the patents that came from them. Look at the inventions that came from these people. And I'm not just talking about inventions that are tangible that you can put your hands on. I'm talking about inventions in thinking, philosophy, and all this other shit. And then you have fucking people that come along 250 years later, and they say the dumbest shit because they don't fundamentally understand that these guys didn't mean muskets. These guys watched technology change in their lifetimes. Some of them are responsible for the change in technology in their lifetimes. They knew we weren't going to be fighting with fucking muskets forever. That's why they left it ambiguous. Because they knew that as time progressed, weapons would progress, the citizenry would have to progress with their weapons in order to stand as a well-regulated militia and to defend themselves. We already have enough gun restrictions on. I don't know about handing automatic weapons to lunatics, abusers, and untrained people. And if, as far as I remember, Kyle Rittenhouse actually had NRA safety training courses, so I don't know. Where am I? There's no justice in today's verdict or in how our system treats black Americans every day. What are you talking about? Here we go. Hey, wait, this is great. I am standing in solidarity with the families of those killed and with everyone hurt by the miscarriage of justice. We must work towards a more equitable America. Grace Meng. Grace, go back to China, wherever the fuck you're from. Seriously, you don't understand America. Maybe you shouldn't be here. Maybe you should don't go go back to China. Pick any country. Go ahead and pack your bags and see ya. See ya. You posted a fucking article about Trayvon Martin. They show a picture of Trayvon Martin when he was like 12. That's a picture of Trayvon Martin when he was like 12 or 13. He was considerably older than that when he attacked a man and got killed for it. Hey, listen, fucking sorry about your luck, Chuck. Sorry about your luck. Fuck around, you find out. You mess with Zimmerman, maybe he was a pussy. Maybe he shouldn't have been doing necessarily what he was doing, but you don't have the rights to go put your hands on anybody, period. And you attacked him, and for attacking him, you died. That's what happens. I'm not sorry for you. And your family's scum. They've been trying to make money off your name ever since. They didn't give a shit about you while you were alive. They passed you around between parents. And now we're all supposed to bow at the altar of fucking Trayvon Martin? How many years after the fact? Give me a break. This stupid fucking Grace Meng. There's no justice in today's verdict or in how our system treats black Americans every day. What are you talking about? What do fucking blacks have to do with this case? All my black friends are like, I don't understand what they're talking about. They keep talking about blacks and race. I go, hey, bro, I'm with you. I don't fucking know what they're talking about either, because there's no black people involved in this whatsoever. There's no racial element to this at all. There were assailants, and they got dealt with. There were no victims here besides Kyle Rittenhouse. None. Ida Bay Wells. Oh, Law and Order was just a racist dog whistle. These fucking people. Max Berger. Oh, I can't fucking wait to hear this. In my opinion, the danger in the Kyle Rittenhouse situation isn't the legal precedent, but the political precedent. Vigilante violence is dangerous enough, but the political support Rittenhouse enjoys virtually assures his acts are just the beginning. The glorification of Kyle Rittenhouse will beget more right-wing violence, or vigilante violence. Excuse me, I forgot the vigilante part. The fascist takeover of the GOP isn't over. It's just beginning. And he was responding to James Quelly, whoever the fuck that is, LA Times maybe? I'm sure this will shock no one, but the usual Proud Boys QAnon Telegram channels are reacting like their team just won the Super Bowl right now. Already seeming comments about this setting a precedent for rioters and how they will be dealt with in the future. That's a lie. That's a lie. I didn't see that anywhere. But I have said this since before Rittenhouse fucking killed somebody, and that was, if I find myself in a riot because I'm just at a fucking restaurant and a riot breaks out around the fucking neighborhood I'm in, and you come to my table or you come to me or you try to fucking put some shit on me, I'm taking your chances. I'll tell you right now, you'll only get one warning out of me. I only warn one time. I'm not a parent. I'm not going to tell you 3 times before putting you in timeout. I'm going to tell you once. You get one warning. After that, duck, motherfucker, and run. What a terrible, awful truth about this country has been confirmed again today. Oh God, LeVar Burton. LeVar, tell me again, there are not 2 kinds of justice in America. Hey, LeVar, wasn't it your eyes that were fucked up, not your ears? There's not 2 kinds of justice. There's one justice, and it worked just fine. It worked just fine. You're a fucking idiot. The things you say are stupid. The people you pander to are even dumber. All right? You could not get a more perfect example of how the justice system is supposed to fucking work as it worked in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. The judge didn't put up with any shit. The prosecution played fast and loose with everything from the facts and the truth to the evidence, and you fucking know it. And they still lost because the jury saw them playing fucking games. This prosecutor is trying to convince the people who live in Kenosha that what was going on really wasn't that bad. Hey, listen, I know you guys are the jury and everything, but I just wanted to let you know that those couple of what was it? Fucking hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's just your taxpayer dollars. Don't sweat these things, you know? What a fucking joke. Seriously. It really is. It's upsetting. These people are idiots. Don't listen to a word they say. They're upset because their cult lost ground yesterday on the gun argument. Because they're coming after your guns. They may not be talking about it all the time. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to set precedences for crossing state lines. They're going to try to start all kinds of federal. These people are fucking sick. They're sick. They don't, anything they can do to take every little bit away. Chip away. Little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And the next thing you know, you're all wearing gray pajamas, eating the same fucking Soylent Green and listening to your masters. Not this motherfucker. Not right here. I'm a pureblood. I don't put up with that shit. I don't ever put up with that shit. And neither should you. All right, you fucking animals. Remember, Saturday, November the 20th. Go out there into the world and fear nothing.